No,
say something.
Knew it.
Go and say it.
That's fine. Kieran, Ali and Don will be back in a moment.
Kieran.
Welcome in there to the latest edition of Extra Time.
Oh, yes.
Do you know why I call him Kieran, Don?
Sharp as a
Do you know
tail.
why? Because
Why?
since Kieran's been on, he started dressing a lot younger.
Yeah.
No shirts.
Good. Oh, good. Okay.
It's called fashion. I mean, you couldn't spell it. We don't mean Don. Not you, Don. I'm talking about.
You look good, mate. You look good.
Talking about him. Yeah.
You look
I
good.
think so. I think so.
Oh, dear.
Mr.
He said you
Positive.
look 10 years older with that lighting, Don.
No, I
Oh,
don't.
I'm going to turn that down, by the way. You should see these two lights. Honestly, you should see these two lights that are beaming on me. They are massive.
Oh, wow. That's good for your electric bill.
So you had the
yeah,
guy
I
that
thought
came round. You had the guy that came round and installed the
Internet.
that marvelous internet. It'll never fail.
Yep.
It didn't work.
Right. And now he's got a whole new studio setup now.
Yeah,
and that
the
doesn't
boys,
work, so now
boys
he's
come
having
in
to use
from
FaceTime.
Connecticut. They flew all
What?
the way
They
from
came from-
Connecticut.
Did they, Don?
Yeah.
No
The
wonder it's
ESPN
such a
boys.
small cake.
Hold on. Yeah, we had to fly somebody from Connecticut to have a look
Yeah,
at your
they're
internet.
Yeah, but they're seeing Gab tomorrow. They're seeing
wow.
Marcotti tomorrow.
Well, what a treat that'll be.
Oh, yes.
Exactly.
They're going to be told a lot of stories.
I'll be honest, FaceTime's working all right, you know what I mean?
There you are.
That's an expense that really, let's not go down that road.
All right.
Okay, all right then.
Okay.
Let's go down this road. For Craig, should Manchester
See, that's
United...
how you know how important you are. When they send people 3,000 miles
Right.
to sort your dodgy internet. You, on the other hand,
Me? What
it
have I
was your
done?
birthday
Yeah.
and you got that paltry cake.
Yes. Well, there we are. We know where the money's going. For Craig, should Manchester United fans lower their standards? They aren't a good club anymore and won't win the league or the Champions League anytime soon. Well,
It's a positive. Well, positive Craig.
Craig was very positive about
Yeah, but I mean,
today.
what do you mean, should any fans lower their standards?
Well, I suppose Manchester United fans have different standards compared to others because of what they've achieved in the past.
Yeah, but I think there's a realisation now, and has been for quite some time, about where they are. And the whole pantheon of elite football. So, you know, at the end of the day, they're not in the chat for Champions Leagues at this moment in time, not in the chat for Premier Leagues at this moment in time. So, that is what it is.
How far, Ali, can this Arsenal team go in the Champions League? What's our ranking? City?
I'm going to say City and then everybody else. Real Madrid in the upper tier of that group and Bayern Munich in the upper tier of that group. Beyond that, Arsenal.
So Arsenal fourth, maybe?
I would say, yeah, somewhere between 4 to 7.
Oh, who else is there?
Inter.
Depends on what.
Did you say Inter?
No, okay.
100%.
Oh,
100%.
I thought we were having a serious discussion.
Here we go, here we
100%.
go.
Champions League final. Champions League final. Best team in Italy. Brilliant squad to work with. Rested all his best players tonight. 3-0 down. Brought all his best players on. Turned the game around.
Benfica.
Against Benfica, who's had 1 point in the group stage.
Yeah, but he rested all of his players.
1 point.
He
How
rested
do you
all
know
of his
you're a brilliant
players.
squad to
And we're
work with?
3-0
You
down.
haven't worked with them.
Inter.
OK, so you'll have Inter above Arsenal.
Yeah.
Would you, Don?
I tell you what,
100%.
Don,
Champions League
you're
finalists last season.
Yeah,
He only won the
were
treble.
Yeah, but Milan were Champions League semi-finalists last year. And look at them yesterday against Dortmund.
Yeah, terrible. They've got no defenders. All their centre-backs are injured.
you are to Serie A what Derek Ray is to the Bundesliga.
Well, what do you want me to say? Inter are the best team in Italy, in my opinion. They'll win the league. They were in the Champions League final last year. Everyone thought they were going to get beat 5-0. They nearly got something out of the game towards the end. They're a great team with a great manager. I'd have them just above Arsenal. That's not a downer on Arsenal.
All right, don't get
I think
angry
Inter are
just
better.
because you got somebody from Connecticut came to your house. Was it Stevie, was it? He
Yeah,
lives
tell
in
me why.
Connecticut.
Tell me why the Champions League finalists would rank below Arsenal.
Well, I think if Arsenal played Inter over 2 legs now, Arsenal would go through and they'd be big favourites to do
Why?
so, I reckon, Don.
Why?
Because they're a better team.
No, they're not. Clearly, that's our argument. They're not.
Right, OK, well, this is all hypothetical, really.
All right. Okay, these bright lights are really affecting you, Don.
OK.
Really? I don't know who it was from Connecticut that was over to see him. It's made him very angry.
OK, all right. So you
Inter, I'd
So
say.
you would go City, Inter, Arsenal?
City, Inter. No particular order, no. But I'd have Inter No, I'd have Inter above Arsenal, but Bayern would be in the conversation. So you'd have City.
Bayern. Okay, go on, give it to me. Give it to me.
Yeah. So you'd have City, you'd have Bayern, you'd have Real Madrid, Inter, and then Arsenal come into the bracket of a couple of clubs underneath that.
Okay, that's the top 5. All right, it's good stuff. Has Rodrygo showed the coaching staff that he deserves to play in a more preferable position where he feels more comfortable, Craig? Or will he stay on the right side with a healthy Madrid squad? All right, what are you doing?
I was better than yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
I spilled pea and ham soup all over myself. Do you remember?
Oh, what a soup. What a soup.
Don't make that in Italy.
What a soup.
They don't make that in Italy.
Where's that on the top soups?
Right. Are they better than Arsenal? Pea and ham.
Pea and ham.
But he's been playing.
You weren't that excited about the pea and ham soup.
Sorry?
You weren't that excited about the pea and ham soup.
What did you want me to do? Did you want me to do a dance around it?
No, but your wife called you and said, I'm making pea and ham soup. And you were like, oh.
Wait.
You weren't that excited about the prospect.
I want to see more of that dance, is what I want to see.
I don't get that. What do you mean? I wasn't that excited.
Well, because he told you I'm making pea and ham soup and you just went, oh, OK.
Nobody told me he's making pea and ham soup. You're making that up.
No, I'm not.
Did you want me to drive to work out the window going, woo, woo, Connecticut people?
Well, with your spilling way.
It was all right. It wasn't the best effort.
Right, did you tell her that?
I needed a bit of Shaka's salt from his desk in it. Give it a bit of taste.
A lot of salt in, doesn't he? Right, Rodrygo, what's he doing? He's
doing all right.
Right. When everyone's fit, does he still play through the middle?
I think he'll have a... When everyone's fit, him and Vinicius will play, probably.
Right.
And they'll roam about like they've been doing.
A little roam. What's going on?
Have a little roam, son.
Yep.
No, don't mention Rome. He'll go on about Italy again.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to Italy this year, Don?
Yeah, I hope. Are you staying there?
Oh, I'll try and pull a few strings once Inter are in the final again.
I'm sure you'll keep it quiet.
I'll tell you what, I'd really love you. I just can't wait for those videos again.
Oh, yes.
Naples, Don in Naples.
Yeah, Don's here, WhatsApping everyone videos.
I might post them back up again.
Oh, yes.
Couldn't remember his teammate. Well, he wasn't the only one.
Wow. So we got them to name the teams from the biggest games that they played in. Craig won, I would suggest.
No, that's unfair. Hey. All right, I did.
Yeah.
What do you mean? 9 out of 11. I remember 9 out of 11.
Yeah, but you're Ali. I thought you would be...
What does that mean?
You know.
We had a lot of rotation going on. Red cards. People were suspended. What do you want me to do?
You haven't had some of the, I don't know, substances that Craig has had.
Well, this is the problem.
Hold on a minute. Did you just say substances?
Yeah, I just leave it to everyone's imagination.
Why don't you just say alcohol?
Well, because I didn't want to...
because it's a very generic substances there. You know, let's just start this segment again.
It's the pea and ham soup. And Don, who did you forget? A couple, didn't you?
Callum Davidson and Davy Weir.
There you go.
See? So he forgot 2 as well.
Yeah, but Ali, you took about 20 minutes.
I didn't lose. I did not lose.
Yeah, but Don...
You did.
Don.
What?
You took about 20 minutes, Ali.
Yeah, you did take a long time as well.
Are you on Team Don now?
Well, I am kind of... I'm just disappointed in you.
Well, the trouble is, Don...
It's like I'm at home again.
We'd played 3 or 4 days earlier in the first leg, and Brownie did change the team, didn't he?
Craig, who's the left back I was thinking of? The lad from Hearts that played in the first game.
That is...
Played up against Beckham.
Yeah, that's the guy that I was telling you about. I put my arm around him. You remember that stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Gary Naismith.
There we are, Gary Naismith.
Gary.
This is very boring.
I'm not going to tell the story.
What story?
What's boring?
Talking about who was the left back from Hearts who was trying to remember. No one cares about...
I've never sat in a studio before and accused of taking substances. That's like... I mean... It's
unreal.
That's quite a statement. I don't know why I mean, just say
I don't know where that came from.
Apparently I should have as well in order to remember my teammates.
We're edit that bit out.
If I get pulled in for If I get pulled in for a random drug test tomorrow, I'll know why.
Right,
what's
going on? Right, what's happening? For Don, percentage chance Newcastle pulling a Champions League miracle.
Well, would have been 100% if the referee didn't bottle the decision last night. We'll beat Milan because they've got no centre-backs fit, and we're at home to St James's, and I fancy Newcastle to beat anyone at home. It's just I'm a little bit worried. I'm just a bit worried what Dortmund do against PSG. I'm just a little bit worried there. So Newcastle will take care of business beating AC Milan. I think that's an absolute banker. Botman might be back, Harvey Barnes might be back, but we'll beat them anyway. I am going to go, it is a 50% chance of Newcastle going through.
You're going to have to give me the numbers, Don.
50.
Is that 5-0?
Yes, 50. The last time
50.
I checked, 50 was 5-0.
All right, I thought you said 15. That was why I was asking. I was just checking, Don.
Why is he so angry today?
The
The lights, Ali, it's the lights.
It has to be the light.
The lights, it's
the
just
light.
not good, and he's having a
I
bad
wish I
hair
could spin
day.
this.
Yeah, what are you doing
I
with
wish
your
I could
hair?
spin this.
You look,
I
Don,
wish
you
I
look
could
as
spin
if
this
you've,
camera around and show you the
you look
lights.
as if you've brushed your hair with the leg of a chair.
I've been out all day.
You picked a chair up and just sort of
Out
laughed
all
at them.
day. What does that mean?
What did he say?
He's been out all day.
Just wind.
Up and out,
Wind hair.
Yeah, I mean,
It's on the FC. I've been out on there. What bother me? What bother me
Wind.
backside with that?
This is very random. Okay. We saw Jude Bellingham go and push Jose Lu to celebrate after missing so many chances. This guy's so mature at such a young age and already acts as captain. Have the guys played with a young player who had such leadership qualities like Jude? You wouldn't remember.
thank you, Dan.
A young player to have that.
No. It's quite something, isn't it, Don?
Would you not say Barry Ferguson when he was young, Craig? Being in and around the likes of you and John Collins.
Well, when he came into the Scotland team, he came in and did really well, as you know, and you know he was thrust in really when Paul.
Because he ended up being the
Lambert-
Rangers captain, didn't he?
Yeah, but that he didn't have that leadership quality when he was a youngster. He was just a good player. What are you laughing at? Trying to dig yourself out a hole? Sorry.
No. Just Barry Ferguson.
Can I just say that?
Yes.
Even though I don't remember,
Yes.
usually young players come into a team and they're just trying to fit in. They're just trying to find their
Right.
place. They're not. They're trying to focus and concentrate. Hey, let me complete this pass. Let me make this run. They're not trying to be the leader of a team, and certainly not of a club like Real Madrid, where you have so many established players with so much success as a team and individually. And so that's what's surprising about this, that he's come in and this is my team. And everybody else around him has bought in, which I think in itself is impressive.
Meanwhile, Garnacho's got...
Hold on.
Yeah, come on. What's wrong?
Why are you sniggering about Barry Ferguson?
I wasn't thinking
As
about
if
Barry Ferguson.
Ferguson was like some nobody.
No, I was, I was just moving on from Barry Ferguson because you two were having a bit of a private chat about it, and I was just trying to move the
I
conversation.
mean, people may be asking who Barry Ferguson, but he was.
I think he's trying to deflect, Craig.
I wasn't on the slate on Barry
he was
Ferguson.
a supremely talented young player.
Okay,
Right, but you're just sniggering
Because
because it's
He's
not Jude
deflected,
Bellingham.
Craig. He's
It's not Real
deflected.
Madrid.
Hey, shut up, you. Sort your hair out.
I mean, you should be embarrassed.
About what?
Living in Spain for all that time and not knowing a word of Spanish
What's that got to do with Barry Ferguson?
because you're annoying me.
All right, where were we? Right, leadership. I can't remember.
And Sid's annoying me as well. Sid Lowe.
Why Sid annoying?
Every time Bellingham does something, he's on Twitter just tweeting about
Just
it.
mute him.
No, I like
that's what
Sid.
most people
See, I didn't say I like him, he's annoying me.
Right, okay, just for this period.
Because ever since Bellingham gushed about Sid,
Yes.
he feels the need now.
Right, I see.
And he's just gone too far.
It's a
Tell him for me, will you?
Well, you can tell him. Why have I got
I'll
to
tell him next time
I'm
he's
not
on.
your messenger. Did they ever call out a goalkeeper for poor play post-game? Well, that's got to do with it. Can't be easy to know 10 guys played well, but one guy let everyone else down, Don.
You never really call your goalie out, I don't think, because they'd just smack you in the face. And they know anyway. So someone like Xhaka, if he's had a stinker, the last thing Xhaka needs is someone like me going, don't worry about it, Shaq. Don't worry, because he knows once you say that, you're not really being genuine and it makes it worse. You're best to leave them alone and they'll deal with it themselves. And especially you would never go on the press and say it, because why would you want to dig your goalie out? Like if Craig dug me out in a game being an outfield player, fine. Likewise, if I dug Craig out, which I wouldn't anyway. But there's no way I don't think anyone would dig your goalie out, and a manager wouldn't. I
Well, you
can't
dig
see Ten
players out
Hag
during
doing
the
it.
game,
He bought
didn't
him.
Right.
He bought him. He has to stand by
I
him.
mean, Dennis Wise once, but when Dennis was captain, Dennis always had his say. He dug, I said, he dug Dimitri Kieran out after one of the games early on in Dimi's Chelsea career. But Dimi, being Dimi at the time, was refusing to acknowledge he understood any English. So Dennis had to resort to the universal language of digging somebody out, which was to take his boot off and throw it at Dimitri's head.
Right.
Which narrowly missed his big buffon.
Yep.
And I think Dimi understood that universal language that Dennis wasn't very happy with.
No.
Because he'd made a mistake.
Right.
So, but a bad one. But it's not the norm.
No.
I'd say.
Honestly, I would rather a manager call me out, but keep me on the field, keep me on the team, than what Mikel Arteta did, in which basically didn't call out Ramsdale, but put David Raya in and Ramsdale's on the bench, and hey, well, you know, where everybody's competing here. So that may not be calling out your goalkeeper as to come out and say, well, Ramsdale was terrible, he needs to be better, and so therefore Raya is going to play. But he actually made the most important decision, which was actually remove Ramsdale from the team. May not be calling out, but it's the most direct way to send the message that, no, you're not the goalkeeper for my team. You're going to sit right next to me.
See, I think people get the wrong end of the stick with what goes on a lot of times. Managers, as a general rule of thumb, obviously everybody's different. If he misses chances, a manager's not really going to call him out. But say he's not holding the ball up properly, right? Or he's not running in the channel, or he's not showing for the ball, or as a defender or a midfielder, you're not getting tight, or you're not tracking your runners. You're getting called out. If you make a genuine mistake, most players, coaches, not accept it as a genuine mistake, rather than somebody who has been lazy or not doing their job. That's a completely different scenario. You hear multiple arguments across the board in every dressing room, every weekend, at every level, when it's somebody that's just not either not passing, not doing their job, not holding the ball up, not tracking runners, not defending in the right place from corners or whatever it is. But if a goalie, it's hard to call out somebody who's just genuinely made a couple of howlers. That's what it is. It's like your howler tonight.
What howler?
Well, exactly which one. This show, the main show, got off to an absolutely startling start when you tried to describe the scenario surrounding
I think I did
Manchester United.
Early. I don't know why you would suggest otherwise. This, I promise, Don, isn't from me. Does anyone else have any terrible tattoos like Don?
You too. How many tattoos have you got, Don?
So he's got that awful one on his arm that looks like a strawberry, which he says is a heart.
It is a heart. So a sleeve on the left, 3-ish.
3.
What do you mean a sleeve? Sleeve?
The whole thing.
Sleeve.
Like a sleeve.
Half
You got your
sleeve.
arm done?
Just there.
You're
Shoulder
a bit
to there.
awful at it, you know.
Well, I didn't have it done last week, did I?
I like Angry Don.
I'll guarantee you there'll be a new Twitter handle saying Angry Don.
Yeah, I know. Tattoos, Ali? You have any? No.
No. You?
No.
I'm not brave enough for tattoos.
Gab's got some, hasn't he? I remember that always surprised me.
Huh?
Yeah, that does surprise me. What's he doing with a tattoo? You know when you see people on holiday, like even, to be fair, the very thought. And you see, some people, when they've got their shorts on and a T-shirt and it's nice weather, you kind of go, you're pulling the tattoos off, right? I can't...
Really?
I can't.
You
No, but some people it sits better on.
You've got a lovely tattoo.
No, but some people you go, right, all right, I can...
Right, yes.
Then there's other people you go,
No.
no, that's just sort of... Right. That's a different movie.
Which category are you suggesting that Mr. Marcotti's in?
Well, I wouldn't imagine he's got a butterfly, has he?
I can't remember what it is.
Oh, no.
To be fair, my oldest son, he is covered in tattoos.
Yes.
And I remember, particularly here, his chest and his back. But he's a fit lad, so it sits. But I remember when he got his first one, and I'm like, you know, no more. And then the second one, I'm like, come on. And then I just gave up. Because it's like, people see it as like a, I don't know, it's like going for a beer, or it's playing golf, or it's... Am I just suggesting stuff that I do?
Yes, this is your life.
Yes.
To them, that's what they do, you know.
Right.
You got a tattoo?
No, me with a tattoo. What are you going to do with
He
that?
ain't brave enough.
Well,
Remember, I've had a tattoo.
of course, the Fernando Torres one, which went viral, didn't it?
Some people thought it was real.
Yeah,
Can you
but-
imagine to think I was going to go and get a Fernando Torres tattoo in my arm?
I'm surprised you even went along with that, given your ways.
I did. What do you mean my ways?
Wow.
I'm up for everything that's asked of me in this show.
What?
Wow.
Sorry, what?
Have that. Edit that out.
Yes.
Why does only Dan get such good cakes?
Because you cry.
I don't cry. I'm not Yaya Toure of the team.
You would.
It was my birthday. Look at that, Don. Do you like it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Size of the head.
Yeah, I know. Beautiful. Very nice. Yeah, you don't normally get a cake, do you?
No.
Why not?
You're wrong.
Oh, really? Why are you looking at your phone?
Because I was going to look up the picture.
Right.
It was on the thing. It must have been 2 years ago.
Okay.
And there was a big. Don't you remember?
Not really. Was I on that day? I'll probably answer it off.
You want me to find it?
No.
All right. But I didn't get one last year because
Right.
I thought my time was up and I never got a cake.
That was it. Done.
And I worried, went home, couldn't
I
sleep.
remember if we've done cakes for you. We've definitely done cakes for you in the past.
We've done a couple, but not as nice as Shaka's. Shaka's cakes are nice.
Shaka had a good one, didn't he?
Yeah,
The other
yeah,
month?
Shaka,
yeah.
Shaka gets a lot of nice cakes.
And when's your birthday, Don? Do we have to fly someone over from Connecticut to give it to you?
Yes, yes. Get the boys over to bring me a nice cake on May the 9th.
May the 9th. There we go. What's that, 1962?
71.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I can't find it. Come on. What are you doing? That's a really rubbish way of looking for your photos. Go to your years. Oh, no. I think it's like Stevie.
Somebody's phoning me.
No.
Toll-free call.
Don't take it.
Toll-free call.
Ignore.
Craig is
Toll-free
definitely getting
call.
pulled over
Right.
tonight.
Spam.
100%.
A couple of things to tie loose ends of this wonderfully organised show. Leicester drew against Sheffield Wednesday, and Rodrygo just left the pitch with a cramp.
Okay.
So that's it. I think that's everything. Any other business, Craig?
Well, there are plenty of business.
What year are you at?
Girona?
I'm not.
What about Girona?
Yes, Real Madrid
They're
are
playing
playing
twice.
Girona. They're playing Granada.
Yeah.
That's another one. Thanks, Don. Right, any other mistakes we've made?
Well, and
it's not
I'm
winter
just
break
getting all my
after
anger
Bayern
out.
played.
I've just come across that photo.
Get me anger.
Yes.
Right, okay. What photo is that? Oh, yeah, that's Stevie's. You're right. This has been awful. But don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow with a much better show.
And Manchester United Bayern Munich is at Old Trafford, not in Germany.
No, I didn't say that.
Well, you kind of did.
No, I didn't. Right. Did you find it?
No.
Oh, you
Not coming back on air.
No, I know. Nobody wants us back on air. That's it. Goodbye.